Hi, I'm Ashley, and in this video I will be explaining what user interface design is and giving my top 5 design principles when building a site. User interface design, also known as UI design, refers to the visual layout of all the elements a user can interact with on an app or a website and even software. It's the look, feel and interaction between the device and its user, ensuring that the application or website is as intuitive and easy to use as possible. There are three main types: command line, menu driven and graphical user interface or GUI. Command line interfaces allow the user to interact or give directions by typing in the desired commands. The computer will display a prompt to which the user will type in their command and then press enter for the computer to run it. A menu-driven interface shows a user a selection of different options for them to choose from. Each option from the menu will either lead to another menu or the final result of their choices. A graphical user interface or GUI allows the user to interact with what they would like to look at by clicking on the option using their mouse if on a computer or pressing on the screen if using their phone or tablet. So what are my top 5 principles in user interface design and how do they impact on web design? Here's my top 5. At number 5 we have aesthetically pleasing. Personally, I hate going onto a website that is too much happening on the screen at one time and if there's no rhyme or reason to it. A website or an app, in my opinion, should be clean, crisp and keeps you interested in what they have to show you. An example of what I think is an aesthetically pleasing design is Artists, and here's their website. This is Artist's website. At the top there's menu options that fold out once clicked on, all relating to the subject title. There's also 3 little links on the main image just to take you to another section if that's what you're looking for. On the website there is a little bit of colour used and there's not too much writing that you look at it and go, no, that's too much, and scroll on past. Number 4 for me is simplicity. Simplicity isn't the same as aesthetically pleasing, although these sites generally fit the same criteria. A simplistic site removes all unnecessary elements from the code, content and design. One benefit to having a simplistic design is simple designs have smaller file sizes, and smaller file sizes reload faster. Having less style sheets, for example, means that your site will be making less HTTP requests, meaning a faster site and a better user experience. An example of a simplistic website I found is from local photographers 1021 Photography, and this is their site. On 1021's page, each couple clearly has their own gallery with a picture of them and a description underneath, making it simplistic and easy to use. There's also another section for real weddings, and then there's another couple sessions section as well. At number 3 in my top 5 is feedback about progress. This could be letting the user know that a site is loading using a bar or a percentage system. It could also be used to let the user know what caused an error when loading the site or when completing a transaction. For example, if there was a transaction failure or if there was an error behind it like a poor internet connection. It keeps the user in the loop with the progress of the site and the task they're trying to complete. A website designer could do this by having a loading screen if the website is large and will take a minute to load. They could also create an error message to let the person know exactly what went wrong and how they can go about fixing it. Having these 2 feedback options will keep the users from getting frustrated with the site. An example of a loading screen I have found is from Discover Ulster Scott's website, and it's a little quiz. This is their loading screen. Easy navigation is my second most important principle. If you go onto a website and can't find what you're looking for, then you're probably just going to leave that site and look elsewhere. If the site has the most important aspects first and an easy to locate and use menu, then you're more likely to spend more time there and potentially keep returning to that site in the future. An example of this can be found at Tinker Watches, and this is their site. On Tinker Watches website, they have the logo at the top left, and on the right hand side they have their drop down menu with all the different options. Beside that they have their cart, just keeping you up to date of how many items there are in it. The most important link is at the top with an image and then everything else underneath. My most important principle is responsive design. A responsive design means having a website that will work on a computer, tablet or smartphone no matter what their operating system or their screen size. Designers must create responsive websites, as tablets and mobile phones are responsible for more than 55% of global internet usage. This is why the majority of designers will create a mobile-first design. The use of fluid grids, media queries, and flexible images are the three technical aspects that allow for responsive web design. An example of this can be found at Magic Leap, and this is their site. When you open Magic Leap's website, the menu is spread across the top of the screen and the image fills the entire screen width. But as you move the screen size across, the menu will change into a drop-down list at the top, but the image will continue to fill the screen and nothing will be cropped. It's the same on the way back out. The image will continue to be the size of the screen width, and once the menu reaches the breaking point, it again will spread across the whole screen. Thank you for watching and considering me for the position as a graduate user interface designer. I look forward to hearing from you.